Okay, coming off a Thanksgiving meal, you might find yourself like me with a fridge full of leftovers and you're thinking, I don't want to let this go to waste. Don't really want Thanksgiving 2.0. I want a whole new recipe. So we got you covered. We've got food expert Shauna Thomas here in studio. It smells so good. Shauna, like my stomach is growling this morning. So we're going to put up a QR code on the screen so that you can follow along. This first dish has a funny name.
I know, it's so much fun to say.
Bubble and squeak.
Yeah.
There's no bubbles, there's no squeaking, I think.
Well,
maybe.
Well, I think it got the name from when you're cooking it. It's bubbling up, it's making little squeaky noises when you're pressing it down.
Okay.
But this is a classic British leftover dish. So if you're over in England watching right now, you're probably like, yeah, no big deal. But what you do is basically you're frying up some onions, your greens, your Brussels sprouts, whatever you have, and then you're mashing up potatoes with all of this goodness and pushing that in there.
Okay.
There's turkey in here. It's all the good stuff.
Can I
but
try
you're
it?
basically, oh yeah, you're basically making a big, huge, savory pancake. And it is so good as leftovers. I know. Isn't it just delicious? And it's all in one big pan. You just flip it over. It's nice and crispy on the edges.
Oh, that's really
good. It is
good.
a great way to just use up all of your leftovers. That is a really, really good one.
That's really good. You could do that. So that's your breakfast.
Yeah.
We're gonna call this your breakfast.
Yeah.
Then for lunch, we're going to move on to pasta.
Yes.
And this is using up some of those veggies.
Yeah, so this is your butternut squash, if you have roasted squash, sweet potatoes, carrots, any of that stuff. We make the sauce out of all of those delicious vegetables and we make it in a blender.
How do we do that?
So we throw in all of those delicious roasted veggies. We add in some Parmesan cheese. We add in some broth, some sage, some salt and pepper. Keep it nice and simple. It makes this delicious, thick sauce.
Very creamy.
Very creamy, yeah. And you could add cream. You could add some cheese or something in there, or even Greek yogurt, something to really, kind of zhuzh it up a little bit. But you don't need to. And then you have a nice big pan of it. You add your pasta. You can add this crispy sage on top. More cheese is always a winner. And this is a great way to use up those leftovers and sort of sneak them in too, right?
Yeah.
Because it tastes cheesy.
And what's nice is this is like a total departure from Thanksgiving flavor. So it also feels like an injection of something new.
Totally.
Which is really nice.
Yeah.
I love this last one. We're going to go for dinner now with this one and do a Thanksgiving pot pie. But instead of a crust, we're putting all of that flakiness on top.
Exactly. So nothing is easier than this because you don't have to make that crust, buy that crust, or, fit it all into one pie pan. You're just making the filling essentially. So tons of turkey in here, all your leftovers. You have your carrots and your celery and you're making a delicious sauce with it. You start with like butter and flour, make a roux. It's a lot easier than you think. But the big